I'm Mark Irvin and I'm the race manager of the Coigach rowing team. Our own rowing club was formed because the Scottish Coastal Rowing Association were encouraging small coastal communities to buy their boats. And Ullapool, which is 25 miles from us, built their own boat, and a few of our local people here noticed, got interested, and they helped us with our first kit and our first build of the Coigach Lass. Like I think a lot of other communities, our first year was slightly haphazard, whether people could go down to regattas. We mixed teams up and we won the odd race, and we knew that if we got it right, we could go a lot further. But things didn't really kick off until the second year, where we found ourselves coming second a lot, and we getting tantalizingly close. And then beginning of 2012, we had some significant additions from the village.
Okay, my name is Alan Pendred. I'm the chairman of the Coigach Community Rowing, and I also row on the boats and do a bit of work on building and maintaining the oars. Mark Irvin got me in. He dragged me in because they were short of rowers for, I think it was the second regatta the club went to, which was Port Soy about 3 years ago. And I said, I'll just go to this one regatta, practice for 2 weeks, and then I'm not going to continue. But here I am 3 years later, I'm still rowing, so I got bitten by the bug.
Well, 2012 has been a fantastic year for us, and I find it incredible that I'm saying this, but the men in Hackledy have not been beaten in any category. But you're only as good as your last race, and although it's nice to look back on that, we are under no doubt at all that we have to keep improving. The people that have been involved with wins this year know that it is incredibly tough sport, and that however much training you've done, there's no such a thing as an easy race. A race has to be won. You have to at some point put massive effort in, and that's what's impressed me about this village, that we have a large amount of people that seem to be able to achieve this. When you all sit there at the beginning of a race, that you all genuinely believe you can win the race because you've done enough training and you honestly think that unless something goes drastically wrong, you should win the race. And that is what we're trying to achieve, and there's a lot that builds up to that. Well, today we'll do our usual circuits. What that basically means is that there will be 40-second circuits on each mat, and you've got 15 seconds in between, and there's 13 different exercises that we do. We're all amateurs. None of us are trained at this, but access to the internet now, you can look up, and a lot of these exercises are based on what the Olympic rowers did. But what we're trying to do is increase our core strength, as well as our aerobic fitness. As usual, it's sort of no one really talks much about it, but there's a sense of duty. And we're not taking it for granted. I think there's one or two who are very keen to, particularly as this is the last race of the season, to have a go at us. And they're very short races. So the men's open is going to be literally over in 3 or 4 minutes. So a lot can go wrong in that time. If you pull an oar off your pin, the race is lost. So it's going to take quite some concentration and belief just to get this job done.
How are we going to get on? We're going to win it.
Hopefully we'll win. been doing quite well this season, so hopefully we'll carry on.
Should do okay, I think. Hopefully we'll do well.
We usually compete on the sea where it's a lot more choppier and a lot more interesting. But I think being so calm and stuff, we'll see who's the really fittest crew.
The men's open is going to be a bit more difficult because it's a shorter race and it's going to be more of a sprint. I think you're going to have to. It's going to be more of a power in rather than an endurance race. A lot of it is getting in front and staying ahead. So once you do that, the psychological barrier is broken, and it's good. It's enjoyable.
I think the main competition will be Portobello.
Portobello.
If you look at Portobello,
Probably Portobello, I think.
Well, we're with row 40.
Portobello team.
Portobello are some of our best, friendliest competitors and best friends in the skiffing. We always enjoy their regatta down there and stay in somebody's camp in their back garden and things like that. So we'll see. We've beaten them this year in nearly every race, so but still pretty friendly.
They have 90 people, I think, in their club, and you might often end up in a race with someone you don't even know, who've never rowed with before, whereas we know each other extremely well, and that there's a bond with everybody in the boat. There's a deep feeling that we want to win this race if we've won races before, and at the times that you have to dig in, if you're digging in and you're hating every moment of it, they're doing the same thing. Everyone's dead even up to the buoy, but we seem to do a very good turn and just got to head after the buoy. But it's surprisingly tight. The smaller the race, obviously, the tighter it is. So.
It's always hard, that's it, but it's enjoyable. Mark insists on you sort of rowing really hard even though you're winning. I like to take it easy. Beaten by that much is enough for me. Gotta have to get a good drink.
And the winners of the Open name is also Coigach.